Hey everyone, today is March 2nd, and we have a couple cool baseball things to talk about. So, number one, there was a very funny interaction today between Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. They played in a spring training game, and of course, they are old teammates from the Nationals when they won the World Series. And Max Scherzer throws, a strike right down the middle, and Trey immediately, does the ABS, hey, let's review that strike, and they all kind of have a laugh about it and everything. And Max Scherzer is very much a sort of, how would you say it, like stickler for like speed, like he wants to go, he wants to go fast. So they're just kind of having a little laugh. Of course, Max Scherzer is now on the Blue Jays. And I saw a funny tweet that was like, or was it a tweet or was it just like, so, it's like Justin Verlander on the Giants and Max Scherzer on the Blue Jays feels like a simulation on like MLB The Show that's like 10 years in, like a franchise, load, and you're just like 10 years in. It's like, whoa, all these players are on random teams now. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today, and I think it'll be kind of an interesting discussion because it's two things I know kind of a lot about, is today, 2 hours ago, the MLB official Twitter posted a tweet that was like coming soon, and it was MLB X Demon Slayer. And so Demon Slayer is an anime. It's a more recent anime, and I'm going to compare all this stuff to something that happened a few days ago. And a few days ago, the Lakers had One Piece night. And of course, One Piece is one of the most famous anime and Japanese sort of properties in the world. It's been going on for like 25 years, and it's very popular. And it was a huge success, the One Piece night in LA, the Lakers, in Staples Center. Or they don't call it Staples Center anymore, crypto. Anyway, but that's how much I know about basketball. So anyway, huge success. I think it's one of those things where a lot of people my age are really, really into One Piece, or like that's one of their like childhood shows, and now, they're of the age that they, like sports and stuff, and they go and, go to these games and stuff, so like having a One Piece night to set, and it was really well done. It had like a cool video, and they had a lot of promo stuff and all that, very cool, very cool. And also everyone was bought in, they were making like quotes and stuff, and so it's very cool. Now, one interesting thing, so I'm going to get back to Demon Slayer and kind of explain what Demon Slayer is in a second, because it's definitely not as popular or as known as One Piece, but it is one of the biggest anime, at least modern anime, So I want to go back to a couple of years ago. The Red Sox, I think it was actually last year, the Red Sox actually had a One Piece day at Fenway, and did not get nearly as much sort of coverage and stuff like that as the Lakers, One Piece day. And that could have been, either side just didn't, put as much effort and stuff into, making this a huge deal and stuff, but I think it was a lot of like promos, because I play the One Piece card game. So I'm kind of tapped into, that franchise a little bit. So there's like promo cards and stuff you could get at Fenway for the Boston Red Sox One Piece Day, but not nearly as close to this Lakers huge success that it had, a couple days ago. So anyway, bring all that up to say that I think that MLB is trying to do that again with Demon Slayer. And another good comparison, both Demon Slayer and this other comparison I'm going to bring up are very way less than One Piece. Like, if you don't know anything about like anime or Japanese media, like One Piece is sort of like one of the highest, like not Pokemon level, but close, if you want like a comparison. So last year, the Dodgers did a VTuber night, and VTubers, of course, are very big thing to like typically anime like Japanese things. They're just like YouTubers that have like they play like a character basically, and it's like a character's face and stuff moving around and playing games instead of like like my face, like if I was doing video games and stuff. And it's very, very popular not only in Japan but in America, and that was a big success in that field, right? Because that's something that like is going to draw in some like people that aren't like into baseball. Like I know a lot of people like I'm not into VTubers, but a lot of my friends and people I know are into VTubers. Obviously, I'm into baseball, and they know nothing about baseball. And they went to the Dodger Stadium, and then they got all the all the like the promotional material and all that stuff, and the giveaways and everything. So that was pretty cool. But again, that was not like near that. That's like way levels down than like One Piece, So I think what MLB's doing is trying to do a Laker One Piece night like that just happened a couple days ago, and I think Demon Slayer is a great franchise. It is very similar to One Piece in that it's going to attract the same fans. Like if you like One Piece, there's a pretty good chance you're going to like Demon Slayer. You might be like a different age group because Demon Slayer came out like the manga might have been 2017, but I think the anime was like 2019. I might be wrong. That might be a couple years, but they've been releasing a bunch of seasons recently. I think they're about to get towards the end because I read the whole manga and like I finished it. And it ended a couple years ago, but the anime hasn't caught up yet. But I think it's I think it's a really good choice if you can't get One Piece again. Like that's sort of the caveat. And also, you probably wouldn't want to go like, oh, Lakers One Piece Day was so good, let's do Dodgers One Piece Day. That is kind of copying. But yeah, it's really interesting to me because it's kind of a combo of two worlds that I'm really invested in. And I'm really interested to see what else comes out of this. Because I'm looking at the side, I'm looking at the tweet. It just says coming soon. Like it doesn't even say anything. No team involved. It's just the MLB Twitter. I'd imagine it's going to be one of the bigger teams. Like I think it will be like a One Piece night where it's just one of the bigger teams, and the whole night is themed and stuff around that. And it's going to be bigger than because baseball already does like Star Wars night and other themed stuff like that. Star Wars night, a lot of the teams do. I'm trying to think of other like the Twins do a Prince night, and stuff like that. So I think they're going to try to make this bigger, and I think it's a really good idea because baseball is really close. It's really close to like blowing up again, at least for people that are my age, I feel like you have Shohei Ohtani, you have so many young guys that are really exciting. What would be, oh my gosh, what would be a great, like it'd be awesome if they chose a really great young team to have this promotion, on. So it's like, hey, I'm a Demon Slayer fan, I like anime, let's turn on Demon Slayer, and they see like Ellie like stealing like 3 bases. Like imagine if it was in Cincinnati, that'd be so sick. Just to like have a connection of like, like players you can root for. Because obviously, you're gonna root for Ohtani and stuff. But I think one of the key things would be great is introducing these people that are gonna be turning on a baseball game for the first time in maybe a year or years or ever, and introducing them to players that they can relate to, that are around their age. I'm sort of like focusing on like my age group because that's just what I know. That's who I know. And that's who the main majority Demon Slayer fans will be, is my age around that 24, 20, like probably from like 28 to like 16, that range, So yeah, I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see. I'd love them to do it in like a really like cool, fun young team. Baltimore. I think my top picks would be like Baltimore, Cincinnati, obviously Kansas City. Showing Bobby Witt would be great for like connections, like I'm talking about. But of course, the reality is it's probably going to be a New York team or LA team. Maybe even like a Cubs, maybe. But one of those bigger teams, Braves, and Atlanta Braves makes a lot of sense too. Actually, another thing about it, Braves makes a lot of sense. You have a guy, some guys you can connect to as like a young fan, and they're usually an exciting team. They're usually just like a base level excitement. And then if you have them playing a really either popular or good team, that'd be great. Again, I'm sort of just expanding this random tweet that I'm just trying to talk about the possibilities. Because I in the response, in the tweets, I see a lot of people that are just like, what is this? Like, what is Demon Slayer? So yeah, it's pretty cool. I probably, if I had full access to, everything that they could choose, I probably would have chose something a little more topical, just a little bit. Maybe Jujutsu Kaisen is like a little too dark, I guess. Not dark, but just like, Demon Slayer's a little light. Demon Slayer, there's a lot of fighting and a lot of fighting. There's a lot of fighting in Demon Slayer. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited to see where this goes. If it's successful, it'd be cool to see more stuff like this. Not even like necessarily anime, but just like, bigger promotions that tie in other things that people are fans of, that are like real brands, not like a YouTuber or not like a, whatever. It's like real franchises or something that people have a connection to, So Star Wars Night is cool. If they could get Pokemon Night, I think that would do numbers. That would feed families, as they say, But anyway, just want to talk about that. Hopefully that was a fun discussion. Hopefully, if you don't know anything about Demon Slayer, that was a little bit enlightening. And yeah, if you're around my age, that age range, 16 to 28, I think you might like it. Might as well just try it. And I think that's probably one of the things they're going for too. Especially if you like anime. Like if you like any anime and you haven't heard of Demon Slayer, because it is in one of those like sort of upper echelon like popular ones where a lot of people that aren't into a ton of anime know about it. You should check it out. It's pretty cool. So leave it that. I will probably follow this up if we get any more information, because this is definitely something that's in my wheelhouse. So yeah, talk to you guys later and have a good one. Bye bye.